What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got something special for all the Street Fighter fans out there. We're taking a detailed look at this awesome Akuma figure, standing approximately 18 centimeters tall. Akuma is one of the most iconic and feared characters in Street Fighter history. Known for his incredible power, intense fighting style, and unmistakable appearance, he's a fan favorite across multiple generations of gamers. In today's video, we're going to unbox this figure, check out the sculpt, paint quality, accessories, articulation, and see whether it's worth adding to your collection. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. First, let's take a look at the packaging. Right away, the box artwork looks fantastic. We've got some great promotional images showcasing Akuma in several dynamic poses. The Street Fighter branding is prominently displayed, and overall the presentation feels premium and collector-friendly. Turning the box around, we can see additional product shots that give us a preview of what to expect once we get the figure out of the package. Now comes the fun part. Let's carefully open everything up and see what's inside. As we remove the outer pack, we can immediately see the figure secured inside the protective plastic tray. Everything appears well packed, which is always great to see. Let's take out the figure first. Wow. My first impression is that this thing looks even better in person than it did in the photos. The overall sculpt immediately captures Akuma's intimidating presence. The proportions look excellent, and the figure has a strong, commanding appearance right out of the box. Let's start by taking a closer look at the head sculpt. The facial expression is absolutely fantastic. The fierce stare, detailed eyebrows, and signature Akuma look are all recreated very nicely. You can instantly recognize the character. The hair sculpt is another highlight. There is plenty of texture throughout, giving it a realistic and dynamic appearance from every angle. Moving down to the body, the muscular sculpting is impressive. The definition in the arms, chest, and legs helps showcase Akuma's incredible strength and powerful physique. Now let's talk about the outfit. The traditional martial arts gi has been sculpted with excellent detail. The folds and wrinkles help create a sense of realism and movement. It doesn't look flat or overly simplified. One of my favorite details has to be the prayer beads around his neck. They're nicely sculpted and really help complete Akuma's iconic look. Next up is the paint application. Taking a close look, the paintwork appears clean and consistent. The skin tones look natural, and the shading helps emphasize the muscle definition. The outfit colors are rich and accurate to the character's appearance from the games. I don't see any major paint issues, which is always a good sign for collectors. Now let's check the articulation. The head has a decent range of movement, allowing for various expressions and display options. The shoulders, elbows, wrists, hips, knees, and ankles all move smoothly. This gives collectors plenty of flexibility when creating action poses. One thing I really enjoy about articulated Street Fighter figures is the ability to recreate classic fighting stances, and this Akuma figure definitely delivers in that department. Let's test a few poses. As you can see, the figure is capable of some really dynamic displays. Whether you want a neutral museum-style pose or a battle-ready stance, there are plenty of possibilities here. Now let's take a look at the accessories included in the package. Depending on the version you purchase, you may receive interchangeable hands, effect parts, or display accessories. The extra hands allow for different fighting poses and add a lot of variety to the display options. Accessories always add value to a figure, and it's nice to see manufacturers including options that let collectors customize their presentation. At this point, let's spend a few minutes appreciating the overall details. The more I look at this figure, the more small details I notice. The sculpting, textures, and proportions all come together to create a very convincing representation of Akuma. This is definitely one of those figures that looks great both on camera and in person. Now the big question, is it worth buying? In my opinion, if you're a Street Fighter fan, an Akuma fan, or simply someone who enjoys collecting action figures, this is a solid addition to the collection. The sculpt quality is strong, the paint application is well executed, the articulation is functional, and the overall presentation captures the character extremely well. For an 18-centimeter figure, there's a lot to appreciate here. Overall, I'm very happy with how this figure turned out. That's going to wrap up today's unboxing and review. Let me know down in the comments what you think.